Claire, cover this up. Looks like you're selling drugs. Jesus Christ, lady.
Taste it.
It's always the quiet ones from Harvard you gotta watch.
They kind of look like the alien spaceships from War of the Worlds. Hey everyone, I'm Claire. We are in the BA Test Kitchen, and today I'm making gourmet Mentos. I always looked at Mentos as a candy and not as a breath mint, although I know people actually do use them as breath mints because mint is the original. But I always really like the fruit ones. I did not know that there were so many different flavors. Fruit seems classic, mint seems classic, but there's so many different ones. Green apple, pomme verte, is what it says. Cinnamon, there's an all strawberry one. Lemonade, one emoticon on each dragée. I kind of want to open these. Oh wow, I don't understand this one. Is the little drip above the eye sweat? I don't understand what any of these emotions are. Am I like, is that a thing? You're like emotion blind or something? What is this? Let's take a poll. What is this emotion?
This is like a drop of lemon juice is about to get in your eye and you're like, ugh.
I'm sure that's what it is. I'll taste one.
I mean,
ooh,
they're not great.
I like Mentos. I do like the texture. I just like how they start off really hard, kind of soften, they become very chewy.
Like, look, the shell is actually pretty thick, and then the inside is
almost a little fluffy.
Yeah.
Weird.
Like, actually, it looks like the inside of a Skittle.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this is basically the Skittles episode with a thicker shell.
With a thicker shell.
One check in the plus column for mint is that they're all white. I don't have to deal with the food coloring aspect of it. It's not an overly aggressive mint flavor. Chris.
Yeah.
Can I offer you a breath mint?
It's so hard.
Yeah. I know, Chris, you can't do the thing, your normal thing where you like take the teeniest, tiniest
I
bite.
It just took a lot of work. It's quite a shell on it.
Yeah, Delaney pointed that out. It's a very hard,
Very
firm
hard.
candy shell, which is always presents a challenge.
I enjoy that like taffy-like texture, and all candies like that, like Mentos, High Chews, like anything that has that kind of pulley quality.
Yeah.
But then on top of that,
I
this
hate
one.
making those. So now I want to take a closer look because it seems like maybe there's something going on there in the middle underneath the candy shell. They're all very uniform. Diameter is 1.9 centimeters, 0.9 centimeters thick. It is really quite firm. There is sort of a fluffiness, meaning kind of an aerated quality to the interior. Maybe there's some gelatin in it. All right, I've concluded that Mentos are a bigger version of Skittles. There is a candy center that's chewy, and then there is a sugar coating on the outside that's hard. So I can use a lot of the learning from the Skittles episode and apply it here. Okay, time for my favorite part, reading the ingredients. Sugar, wheat syrup, coconut oil, cornstarch, cocoa butter, natural flavor, maltodextrin, sucrose, fatty acid esters, gallon gum, carnauba wax, sodium carboxymethylcellulose, gum arabic. It's a lot of weird stuff in these Mentos. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know what wheat syrup is, and that's the second ingredient, so there's a high proportion of it. The coconut oil is interesting. All right, I think we got to go do some research so I can look into some of these ingredients and also hopefully find some good stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, that was good.
The first thing that comes up is Mentos and Coke. Should we watch videos of that?
Sure.
I think we should. Steve Spangler's Science. I love it.
What we want, yep, and we're just going to put them into the tester. 3, 2, 1, pull. Good. Ah!
It's the Mentos page. Why do I have to be 16 years or older? Wait, this is why does dropping a Mentos into a bottle of soda create a reaction? The reaction occurs because of a simple rule of physics, and it's not a chemical reaction. Soda/fizzy drinks contain a certain amount of CO2 dissolved in water in the form of blah, blah, blah. This combination. Basically, the answer to this, I'll just condense what this paragraph is saying, that it makes it fizzy, is what this is saying. I found out very little about how Mentos are made. I'm mostly taking Skittles as a jumping off point, so I want to go look up that recipe and then start to kind of gather my ingredients. Can we talk about the game we were playing at lunch? Okay, so we played this game, which I haven't played since I was probably in day camp as a elementary school student, where instead of a coin, we were using a Mentos and putting it on the edge of the table and trying to get it to hang over the opposite edge with 3 tries of pushing it. But we learned something because they kept falling on the floor. They shatter and they break off kind of like glass or hard cracked sugar. when I rub it like this, I do start to get a little bit of like an oiliness. And so I know that that's sort of that the coconut oil, there's coconut oil mixed in with that sugar. I do think it's a hard cracked sugar that's basically mounted with oil, cornstarch, and maybe some gelatin. And I think that that's it. And then that was really useful. So us playing that game really helped me on this Gourmet Makes episode. This coating is going to be royal icing because I've done many versions thus far of a candy shell, and I've really not had a lot of success. We all know what happened with M&Ms. I don't want to think about it. So I think the best way to get a candy coating this thin and this opaque white is just to do royal icing. There's really only two main things to tackle. The interior that I'll flavor with some mint oil or peppermint extract, and the candy shell on the outside. So here's the process for the filling. I'm cooking sugar, corn syrup, salt, and water in the saucepan to hard crack sugar stage. Then I'm mixing in coconut oil, cornstarch, some softened gelatin, and peppermint oil. Stir it together and let it set. That's really it. It's a complete guess. Who knows? But it could be perfect. I want to see if by pulling it I get just a softer texture overall because I'm working air into it, something that's just more malleable and fluffy. Here are my two tests. It's the same mixture. This side I pulled the sugar until it became opaque. And then this side I just let cool. I think if I adjust the amount of coconut oil and the amount of gelatin, I'll get something a lot firmer. And I do think that pulling it is a good idea because I want something opaque with a little bit of aeration in it, just like this. I think I could use more peppermint. There is kind of a starchiness that's not very pleasant, so I think I need to dial down the cornstarch as well. But it's a good starting point, and I know what I'm going to change in round 2. We're going to pretend like an hour didn't just pass when I was in a meeting, and I'm going to make the second batch. I can't really do it with my right hand because my right hand doesn't work. Only my left hand works. I can't really. It's hard. It's like I'm left-handed, and it's 99% left hand and 1% right hand. I can't really I can't really hold up numbers. You know, like 3 or 2. Can you do it evenly on both hands? My right hand is just very tight, and my left hand, it's I can do anything. It's like Gumby.
It's your left hand's like a superhero.
Yeah, my right hand is useless.
Yeah, leave him at home.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
So you know it's really funny. We get paid to do this.
I know. They're gonna yell at me at some point though.
Right, no, last one.
I get 3 chances.
What?
You get 3 tries. You get 3 pushes.
Okay.
Do you know what it kind of reminds me of? It's like curling.
This is the most quickly curling sport in America.
Sorry. Wow. Dan, that was your fault because you actually need to come over and talk to me about my weird claw. Okay, sorry, I have to focus. I really did waste a lot of time. For round 2, I'm going to decrease the coconut oil, decrease the cornstarch, decrease the gelatin, and increase the peppermint. It's really not coming together the same way it did. Maybe it's the lack of cornstarch. Hard to say. It's really hot still, and it kind of hurts. Ow. And now it's starting to harden, which is a bad sign. I have an itch on my nose. Oh, it's bad. That didn't help. It's becoming a lot more difficult to pull. All right, I think we're done. I think it's not going to work. This is still hot. It's still warm, but I'm calling it. It's going to harden into a rock. I think I know what went wrong here. And I overcooked the sugar. I think that because it kind of peaked at 290 to get it at 300, I turned the heat up too high, and then it went over as it was sitting here. Maybe I backed off too far on that coconut oil and cornstarch and gelatin, maybe. It is unchewable. The flavor is good. I think I like this amount of peppermint. I do need something in between here and here. So I think I'll add back in maybe a little bit of gelatin and a little bit of coconut oil. And I'm also going to be more careful about not spiking the sugar at the end of the cooking process. I have a feeling that's mostly what happened here. So I'm just gonna keep going. I'm having so many Starburst flashbacks and it's terrible. All right, I feel good about these first 2 tests that I did today for that interior. I guess tomorrow my goal will be to get to a good place with the filling and also maybe tackle forming. And then all that will be left is candy coating and then possibly iterating on further flavors. That's it. Today is day 2. I think I got off to a good start at the end of the day yesterday. But Chris and Gabby are here because we're going to have a little fun before I have to get back to work. We're going to put some Mentos in some Diet Coke.
Fun isn't work. Work isn't fun.
No,
Claire, is
this
that
isn't fun.
what you're saying?
No.
Come on. I didn't know that was a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
They wanted us to go outside, but I don't really want to go outside because it's humid.
I
So
don't really
think
want to go outside either.
I think we should do this in the dish pit. Don't suffocate yourself.
We actually maybe.
All right, is it lined up? All right, ready?
Yes.
Oh, God. Wait, Chris, you do it.
What do you need to put that?
Wait, do you want me to pull it out? Here, I'll hold it
Is
steady.
it lined up?
It looks lined up.
Yeah, pull it.
Okay.
You pull it.
You can do it.
Oh, God.
Woo! Oh gosh!
That was 6. We need like 30.
We have to do it again. Okay, we're adding a lot more. That seemed lined up. Okay, ready?
Good.
Yes.
Gabby, you want to count it?
1, 2, 3.
That's not how it's supposed to
No.
work.
Okay,
All right,
ready?
one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. We got stuck. I think we should try that again. We need a test tube. Okay, the new plan is use a straighter, more slippery tube so that they all drop in simultaneously. Oh, yeah.
Should we do a double tube?
I think that's gonna.
I think that's such a great idea. Okay.
Okay.
So we take one side.
Chris, what is that supposed to do?
Just like protect the face.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Gabby, count it.
1, 2, 3. I love it! Oh my god, I fucking love it! It does work, it's not a myth.
I did pull a muscle, you guys, in my neck.
I recommend not doing this
Claire's
at home.
down.
Oh, we got a video.
Guys.
That's definitely the most fun I've ever had in Gourmet Makes, even though I made a huge mess. And I pulled a muscle. That experience is going to get me through the rest of this episode. The best part of Mentos is that they do that with Diet Coke. So my new goal is not so much about nailing the flavor or texture, it's getting something that does that same thing with Diet Coke. All right, let's just take a look at what I did yesterday. These are the 2 tests I got through. This guy hardened. Ooh, I scared myself. I'm so overly caffeinated. I haven't eaten anything today, so that really scared me. For the 3rd try, I want to do something in between. So those are pretty easy changes. This time adding back a little bit of the coconut oil and gelatin. So that's what I'm going to try. This time I'm going to cook it to the same temperature, but be more careful about the level of heat that I have.
What are you thinking about?
I was thinking about Starburst and how bad that was. So now I'm just pulling this just like I did before in previous episodes and yesterday. All right, this looks nice. It's pretty soft and satiny. I feel pretty good about this texture. have high hopes. It's very firm. It starts out really, really hard, and then it softens. Tastes really good. Tell me if you think this is the texture of Mentos.
It's too hard.
Yeah, I knew it was too hard. But it's close, right? I think to get it softer, I add more cornstarch and maybe a little more gelatin, and I think it'll be
That makes
good.
sense.
I think it'll be good. I do want to try another test with those changes I just said, but first I think it would be useful to use the third batch as a test for seeing how I'm going to form them. Chris, what's that thing called? The metal grinder thing. The
Angle grinder?
No, what's the thing that we got for Ruffles?
Oh, the Dremel tool.
The Dremel tool. I think I need to use the Dremel tool.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing.
What's up?
I have to make a mold for these, right? And it's like, it's close, but they're too deep. So I think I have to drill. I think I have to shave off some of the metal. Is that a bad idea?
No.
You don't think
It's
so?
a great idea, but it sounds like maybe it's a job for the angle grinder.
I'm gonna stand out.
Yeah, this thing throws metal. It's a f***ing angle grinder. It's not some like, it's not a scalpel. It's a hammer. You know.
So we're trying to just shave down the metal so that the depth only really goes to like maybe there. It's a lot of metal though.
We need to make this mold flush so that like the two sides like actually meet. You know. We don't want there to be a gap.
No gap.
No gap.
It's very close.
What would Brad say? Tighter than frog's ass? Watertight?
Is the crab's ass watertight?
Exactly.
Thank you, Chris, so much. The first thing I have to do is clean up all the metal shards from this table. Here are my angle ground teaspoon measures. I'll demo with the failed batches, but basically here's the idea. This is a really bad example because I'm not going to be able to get it out of the mold. You get it. I could probably make something like this by hand. Freeform. Okay, so the weight of the Mentos with the coating is 2.8. The weight of this one was 1.7, 1.8. So there's a full gram difference, and I don't think that the coating itself is going to weigh that much. So basically the mold that Chris just spent 15 minutes angle grinding is too small. I'm going to think about this and clean up. Maybe I don't really want to make them by hand. I need to think about the mold and find something better. Too big, yeah. This is the fourth batch, and I'm still tweaking those levels of coconut oil and cornstarch and gelatin to get the softness I want. So this time I'm increasing coconut oil, 10 grams more coconut oil this time, 25 grams cornstarch. For the gelatin, I'm also increasing. It feels too soft. It also is weirdly kind of marshmallowy, and I think that's because of the amount of gelatin. For this version, I'm doing everything the same but taking the gelatin down. Oh, I hate the smell of gelatin like that. Something happened. It crystallized. See how crumbly it is? I don't really know why it happened. Let's just go home. It's so much more fun to put Mentos in Diet Coke than it is to make Mentos. I was gonna go home and think about what I was gonna do today, but then I thought about other stuff and forgot. I still think that I need to think about molds. And what am I gonna do? What is this shape, you guys? Let's brainstorm. As a team, yeah. No, Skittles, I use the 1/8 teaspoon measures to form them. M&M's, I use the molds, the silicone putty molds. This has come up before in Gourmet Makes. I don't remember when. We never did it. But the idea of using a potato as a mold, you know when you were a kid and you made like the potato stamps with paint? It's basically that idea. So the idea is to use the drum mold tool to drill 2 halves of an oblate spheroid into the cut side of a potato. It's a great idea. This diameter looks very similar. I just had a moment of perspective about what I'm doing, and it's so stupid. It's never gonna work. I've made 0 progress since day 3.
What is happening right now?
Christina, this episode is so far off the rails.
Would it dome? Would you fill it?
No, I'd have to like put 2 sides.
To use them. There has to be another way. I think this. We need to stop. This. I don't know what's going on.
I have melon ballers, but they're too. I can't find the right size. Using any.
What do you mean?
That's not the right size.
Why not?
It's just not.
That's exactly.
No, it's
a
not because
Mentos.
I weighed them out, and it's.
I think.
See, because look at the actual difference in depth between if it's 2 halves.
Do you have the lozenge molds?
Wait, I just had an idea. We could try making our own cornstarch mold. That was a thing that I took away from. What was the last episode we did? Not. Oh, it's from Sour Patch Kids. Yeah, they like
Powdered
make a
cornstarch?
compressed cornstarch mold, basically. But I was like, what if we take cornstarch and we mix it with egg white, and we can basically press Mentos into them?
I think that's worth a shot. Okay, well, why don't we just do this no more?
Put it all into the trash.
And yeah, cornstarch mold
That's a better idea.
for it.
My new idea is to make sort of clay from cornstarch and egg white, and then to use Mentos as the form, make an impression, and then take them out and use that as the mold. I've never felt anything like this. It's so weird, this texture. It's sort of like dry but loose at the same time. Can't even feel it. It's so weird.
Ugh.
My plan is to, wow, look at them sink. It's like quicksand. I think we should start this whole day over. I just wish that I were further along in this process than I am. Sucks. I've done nothing but spin my wheels in this whole episode. The molds thing is not happening. This is the mold. We're going back to this place as far as molds go. So now I'm going back to the filling, which I was putting off to figure out the mold. What's happening there, John? Look at that one. Look, they've been swallowed up.
I've been trying to dig them out.
They've been swallowed up by the monster.
Oh my god.
Okay, I have to make the filling. I'm going to do what I did last night, but then it went wrong and took a turn. So I'm going to try to repeat that with the same quantities, and hopefully it turns out. But I'm worried. I don't feel good about it.
What happened?
I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, you can do it, Claire. I know you're gonna finish this one today.
You think so today?
Yes. And if not, I will lie for you. I'll be like, you nailed
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
Claire.
Thank
This
you.
is it. Keep going.
Thanks,
Have
Gabby.
faith.
That helped me.
Yay.
Thank
Go,
you.
Claire.
Thanks.
You can put a sign here.
Gabby.
Go, Claire. Bye.
That was good. I feel better. All right. Let's just have it be the one, even if it's not the one. You know what I mean? It's too hard. And I don't want to make it again. Rhoda, hi. I'm having some issues, and Dan wanted me to call you because I'm refusing to make any more. You want to stop by?
Yeah.
If you could just save the day.
Happening? Okay, I need to start by trying one. What's that?
Don't worry about it.
They're so much chewier than I remember.
And I'm not able to really get that texture.
What did you do for Skittles?
Let me look back at Skittles and see about the temperature that I was using.
In a way, this is a lot like a Skittle because it has that interior. Were you going to do a shell or something on the inside?
And so I'm basically going to do what I did for Skittles, which is just use like 2 measuring spoons, and put them
We should
together.
go back to Skittles.
So Rhoda gave me good advice, as I knew she would. Rhoda said to go back to Skittles and take a look at Skittles and what I did there because it is a sort of similar texture. And I was referencing Skittles earlier in the video. I don't know why I didn't actually pay attention to it. So I'm watching the very end of the video.
Oh, feel like we did it. And a pastry brush until mixture registers 250 Fahrenheit. Remove from heat and whisk in 8 tablespoons butter in pieces.
Here's what I'm going to do. It's basically just to cook it less hot, the sugar. And that's what I did in Skittles. So hardball is like a 262 or 4. And I was taking it all the way to hard crack, which is just above 300. So I'm dropping it a good 40 degrees or so. It's much whiter, huh? So that's a good sign, actually. I think this is really close. It's just a little too elastic and a little too soft. So I think we should push it 5 more degrees, cook it a little bit hotter, and a little less gelatin. This is the very last one. I think it feels really good. It has that kind of hard, cracky sound, but it still is pliable. And what I'm also really happy about is that this is a really white, opaque interior, and it does, I think, look a lot like the interior of actual Mentos. So I did not see this coming, but I actually do feel really good about this. So this is more, just kind of breaks. I'm not just saying this because I don't want to ever do it again, but I really think this is the best version. So I'll be portioning them, trying to form them, coating them in royal icing, which is my idea for the candy coating, letting them dry, and that's it. And then we get to play with more Diet Coke. It feels pretty firm. I think it's fine. I think it's great. It's actually quite crumbly, which might affect my ability to mold it into the shape that I want. I think it will be okay. I'll just have to maybe microwave them to soften a little bit. You're back. I haven't seen you in so long. Oh, what are you, Chris? Take a bigger bite.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
The New York peppermint patty a little. The inside, which I love. I always like.
It's very peppermint patty-like. This filling is perfect.
Not perfect, but damn close.
Yeah, but I'm making Mentos.
What is on that?
Don't worry about it.
There, now it really looks like you're making weird drugs. Like designer club drugs and shit. Did Andy give you those?
What?
What's going on over here?
Calm down. Let's not talk about that.
That is, I don't think is quite it.
I'm not making it over. I made it 1 million
Oh,
times.
you're done. Oh, you nailed it. Perfect. Now you just got to do the coating.
Yeah, there you go. Brad hates it, as usual. It's not right. It's crumbly. It's a different texture, but I'm going to move forward with it because I like the way it tastes. I kind of want to try an experiment where I warm it up first. I'm hoping that I get that when I open the door, there's Mentos in there. Well, it melted. Basically what I've learned is Chris is the only one that cares about any of this. Having melted it, it's holding together much better. So these are not the spoons that Chris used the angle grinder on. This is a larger size. These are 1/4 teaspoon measures, but I'm just kind of using them as like a half mold. And it's actually kind of working. In terms of the size, it's pretty close. It's the closest I've come to a Mentos so far. I wanted Brad to care more, but Brad doesn't care. No one cares about my suffering, basically, and that does not feel good. You know who cares? Gabby. Where's Gabby? Gabby just has so much compassion. I need more Gabby. So I'm going to just keep forming the little individual pieces, and then I want to see how they kind of set. Does Brad know that he has like fruit flies flying around his fermentation station? Also, what is that? Also, that bag of egg yolks with sugar and salt has been there since April, which I don't feel good about. I think overall they have a very regular, even shape. I'm actually more pleased with the shaping than I thought I would be. Filling is maybe not the perfect texture, but I'm happy overall. These go back into the fridge, and while they're setting, I'll think about how I want to dip them. So I'm pretty committed to royal icing as the coating. Royal icing is a mixture of egg white and powdered sugar. But the main question is, how am I going to dry them so that they don't have a flat surface where they rest? I have an idea. I need a bunch of toothpicks, and now I need to find a piece of foam board. Do you have any foam board? Like maybe I could destroy part of it? Thank you, I'll bring it back. And the idea is that this will create a suspension system with just very tiny, what? This looks like a medieval torture device of some kind. Something out of Game of Thrones, maybe. All right, now I'm going to make my royal icing. So I'm gonna grab powdered sugar and egg white. The royal icing, I'm using it to kind of get that crackly texture as it dries and then kind of makes its own shell. Oh God, oh God. Ah. Oh God. Okay, I think I have to start again with this. Let's try that again. There are still some drips. Chris, this is ridiculous. Although I did one. And
Like, is there another way that one is supposed to do this?
I'm sure that there is. I just haven't thought of it.
The shape already looks just dynamite.
Yeah, like the coating, at least from the top, because I think these are going to have the best angle, you know.
I like that they're like slightly irregular, but in a purposeful way. Almost like I feel like a Mento itself, like, you know, just like we did, like, you know, the physical reaction of the CO2, you know, coming out of solution in the diet soda because of like there's like a little bit of like surface variegation, you know.
Wait, what? Sorry, I've learned that this takes intense concentration and I shouldn't be spoken to. It's a silent art. I want to let this whole thing sit so that the wetter Mentos can set before I kind of move around the board. And I'll come back in maybe 10 minutes and start to transfer the drier ones to the rack. And then at that point, everything just needs to dry out, maybe overnight. We might have to come back here tomorrow and check on these. This should maybe go into the Gourmet Makes Museum. I'll just put this off to the side.
What would you call it?
What if I need to use it again? This is our drying rack. What would it be called in Game of Thrones? What's Arya's sword called?
Needle.
Oh yeah, needle. The needle rack. These are my Mentos.
That's that?
Yeah. They're close enough.
Good enough government work.
Always. Brad's so deeply unimpressed. Ignoring all that. I'm just gonna set these aside. Oh, Brad, can I use your fans? Yeah, this is good. This is good.
Put this bad boy on high.
Yeah,
Boom.
put it on high. Put it on high.
Now we're humming.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Good. I think it's getting air all over. Great. Just come back tomorrow. So here are the Mentos. These have been drying overnight. They had the fan on them. I think they've dried sufficiently, as you can see. Like, they're pretty hard. They definitely have sort of a right side and a wrong side. So I'm trying to keep them basically right side up, because on the bottom they have the little spikes, tiny little marks from my torture rack. That's okay. I think they actually overall look really, really good, especially if you stand like 2 feet away and don't look too close. Christina, can you hear that? The tapping? It taps.
Can you bounce a regular Mento next to it?
I don't think that's going to happen. All right, I'm going to see if this bounces. They don't bounce. Whatever. I was trying to get them hard enough that they would do that.
Is that a Regos Mentos?
Yeah.
Okay, should I try the OG first?
Yeah, if you want. I'll
Do you
try.
like
I'll try
them?
one with you. I like these. They're just a very different texture.
Oh wow.
They're like soft mints, which I love.
They're definitely improved.
Oh, thank you.
Like, I do not care to eat another one of these, and I would keep eating them.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool, well done.
Thanks. Maybe the texture wasn't exactly what I wanted, but I like the flavor. I think we really gourmeted these. Just taste it and love it.
Taste. If someone told me it was a Mentos or not, I wouldn't be able to tell. It's perfect, Claire. Tastes like coconut oil.
I know. I put coconut oil in it.
Yeah, great job, Claire.
Thanks.
I think you did a great job.
Oh.
Woo! No, it's nice. This is hard, Claire. Let's face it.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know how much money the Mr. Mentos spent on developing that to be perfect every time?
A lot.
Maybe a little mintier?
You're kind of going, you're doing a day one thing. We're on the last day. So just...
Great, you nailed it.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
That's what I was looking for. Brad,
Just
don't
like
go there.
That,
don't go there.
Kind of,
Nope.
menthol-y kind of burn. Ethanol.
Nope. Too late.
Great job, Claire.
There it is. Delaney. Hi.
A head shake just as a greeting. Wow.
No, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't squeeze it. Just eat the whole thing. I pretend like it's identical.
They're definitely softer.
I know.
The flavor is definitely better.
Thanks. I like the flavor.
I think the flavor's great.
The real test will be if they make the Diet Coke explode.
Oh, you haven't done that yet.
We did it with the original.
No, I know, but
we haven't. Yeah, I haven't tried it with these.
all right, I kind of want to see that.
So, we're gonna try the Diet Coke experiment with the homemade Mentos. Are we ready?
I got really count. I'm ready.
So I'll help you position it. You're going on 3.
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Molly! I think that this was one of the more unhinged, expansive episodes of Gourmet Mix in terms of what we did.
Wait, I'm sorry, we still don't know why it works.
But it's something about
It's like the surface, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
I know.
surface
Just
being
say
like
stuff
very
like
a
that.
little bit irregular,
Right.
like causes like the
Right.
CO2 bubbles to kind of
To stick
form
to it.
around it.
Anyway, thanks guys. So fun.
Thanks, Claire.
This is a fun Gourmet Mix. The middle section was less fun than the beginning and end, where we just got to play with the Diet Coke in the dish pit. Yeah, so it was great, and I'm actually really proud of the overall shape and construction and coating, which is also something that I thought was going to be hard. So I was pleasantly surprised. It was a gourmet explosion. Here's how you make gourmet Mentos. Sprinkle 3/4 teaspoon powdered gelatin over 1 tablespoon of cold water in a small bowl. Set aside. Combine 60 grams coconut oil, 25 grams cornstarch, and 1 teaspoon peppermint extract. Set aside. Combine 200 grams sugar, a pinch of kosher salt, and 100 grams corn syrup and 3 tablespoons water in a small saucepan and cook over medium heat, stirring to dissolve sugar. Bring to a boil. Cook until the thermometer reaches 270 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove from the heat, stir in the gelatin to dissolve, then whisk in the coconut oil mixture until smooth. Pour the mixture onto a baking sheet and let sit until cool enough to handle. Pull the sugar constantly until the mixture reaches room temperature. Press the mixture back onto the baking sheet and let sit until completely set and hardened. Crumble the mixture into pieces and microwave until softened. Pinch off and weigh 2.7 gram portions. Roll the portions to form spheres, then compress between 2/4 teaspoon round measuring spoons. Tap out onto the counter and repeat. Flatten the sphere slightly to create oblate spheroids. Make a royal icing with 1 large egg white and confectioner sugar. Dip the Mentos one at a time into the royal icing, then transfer to a toothpick drying rack. Let sit until dry to the touch, then transfer to a regular rack and let dry overnight. There's something almost nostalgic in the flavor because it's like a...
It's like, you know what it tastes like?
I know exactly what you're going to say. The
Gra-
soft
grandma
mints.
mint?
Oh, yeah, like
Grandma.
the... I
Like
call
at
them...
the diner, when you get those little pillow mints.
Yes, the pillow mints.
It's a grandma mint.
Oh, you know what you should make, Claire? Those Andes mints.
I love
Oh,
Andes mints
Andes
so
mints.
much.
Right? They were like class.
Oh, yeah. Love the flavor.
Thanks. Do you get a little coconut-y?
Want to try something savory?
We're not animals.
What is it?
It's a guessing game.
Is it powdered kimchi,
Nope.
powdered sauerkraut,
Nope.
and powdered miso?
It's just miso. Chickpea miso.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that neat?
It's really tasty.
Very, almost cheesy.
Yeah, very.
You want a pinch, bud?
I had all the pinches yesterday. I already tried all. Yeah.
What episode is this? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
All right. It's like you never get a little Brad. You always get all of Brad when you ask Brad.
We got one beer. Boom.